NASCAR, we go to college football now, and these are the words of Florida coach Urban Myers. He says that it's going to be two sledgehammers taking a swing at each other. He's talking, of course, about a couple of top 25 teams that will play on Saturday. They are Tennessee and Florida. About 90,000 fans will show up at the Swamp to watch. Mike McCall is a Gators beat writer at the Independent Alligator, and Hunter Pavlik is the sports editor of the Daily Beacon at Tennessee. What we do here is bring not just two journalists, but two student journalists to the table to try to talk a little trash and preview the upcoming game. Hunter, we're going to start with you. Tim Tebow burned you guys big time in his coming out party last year. How do you stop him this year?
Well, Jay, it's going to be a challenge. He's definitely put up some impressive numbers in his first two games. He killed us last year by going up the middle off the run, but now he's shown that he can definitely do both things. He can do it on the ground, he can do it through the air, and we struggled in our first two games defensively. But John Chavis is a knack for coming up in big situations. All
right, Mike, the Gators clearly not the same team that won the national championship last year. Why are they still good enough to win this game Saturday?
Well, when you look at Florida, they obviously lost a lot on defense, only really bringing back two guys that played a lot last year. But if you look at some of the other places where they really upgraded, their offense is much more productive this year. And even special teams, I mean, last year was a big problem. Chris Hetland missed a lot of field goals. This year they've got Joey Ehas, the transfer from East Carolina. He seems to be a lot more reliable. And with Urban Meyer's special teams game, they block a lot of punts. Should be pretty exciting with Brandon James back there returning kicks, but it all starts with the offense. The offense is really their best defense. They should be able to outscore just about anybody they play.
All right, now you can take off your journalist hats and you can just be students, just be fans of your respective teams. Hunter, the game is in Florida. I want you to be honest with me here. What do you think of the Gator Chomp?
You can't get any worse than the Gator Chomp, really. I mean, I think it's one of the most annoying things in college sports, that along with the Florida State Tomahawk Chop. But I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of it this weekend going down there. But don't be surprised if you hear some Rocky Top, too.
Well, speaking of Rocky Top, Mike, you only hear it about 15,000 times at a Tennessee game. Be honest here. What do you think of Rocky Top?
I will be honest. I think it's one of the great college football songs in the game. My brother's actually a Tennessee fan. He's got a little Smokey doll that plays Rocky Top when you squeeze it. And to me, the fact that 100,000 people from Tennessee can memorize anything and you can actually understand it when they say it is really impressive.
There you go. See, there's the dig. So what he does there, Hunter, is he kills you with kindness, and then wham, he comes in for the kill. What do you have to say about that?
Well, Mike, I just want to say I think your brother's definitely the smart member of your family there. Sorry that you got the bad genes, but I'll tell you what, you might make fun of us there with the memorizing stuff, but I'll tell you what, we're going to bring it strong this weekend. Expect a lot of fans, a lot of orange down there.
All right, now the trash talking begins. Mike, how will you welcome Vols fans to Gainesville?
There will be plenty of room for them to park their wagons and tie up their horses and everything, so they should be really comfortable. They'll get to experience running water and electricity, which might be a new thing. There's a Krispy Kreme right around the corner from the stadium, so Coach Fulmer should feel right at home.
So now not only does it all go to the residents of the fine state of Tennessee, now it's getting personal with the head coach. I've got to give you a chance to respond to that. How do you answer that, Hunter?
Well, I mean, obviously, yeah, they've got our number the last 2 years, but I'll tell you what, I've heard Fulmer's taken some advice from Coach Bruce Pearl, the men's basketball coach, and who's had some success lately against Florida. So, I mean, take a page out of Coach Pearl's book. We should have his number.
All right,
hopefully he's not going to sweat as much as Coach Pearl.
Does that mean that we're not going to see Coach Summit as a cheerleader again, are we?
I doubt that. I'm assuming the Summit and Pearl are going to stay here, but hey, anything's possible with those two. You never know.
All right, well, the trash talk has been pretty good, but now I want you to make your strong case. One final push here. Why will your team win the game? Hunter, you can start.
All right, flat out. Last year we gave it away at the end, but and we rushed for negative 11 yards. This year, putting it down, we're rushing for positive yards, and we're going to pull off the upset down in Gainesville.
All right, Mike.
I think rushing is going to be a big key to the game. Tennessee's got that big offensive line and those four great running backs. Florida really hasn't been tested against the run so far. Western Kentucky and Troy were both spread offenses, and if Tennessee can establish that running game and open it up for Eric Ainge, Florida's defense, their secondary is pretty suspect, but I think Florida's offense is going to be pretty tough to stop in this game. Tennessee, I think, is 89th against the pass in their first two games, and Tebow has looked awesome so far. He's really showed that he can throw. So if that offense can keep going the way they've been going and get the special teams to make a few big plays, I think Florida won't have a problem.
All right, guys, well done. Hunter and Mike, do enjoy the game on Saturday. Good luck to both Florida and Tennessee. That one's a 3:30 start, by the way, from Gainesville, 3:30 Eastern Time. Still to come on ESPN First Take, Baltimore Ravens' Ray Lewis suffered a tricep injury against the Bengals Monday night. What is his status now? Who will step in if he can't go against the Jets next week? We'll do our Diagnosis NFL after the break.